And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Throwing on first down, Ford. And his first look is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Harris returning. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Lions will take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Out of the gun, Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the stick.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley puts it, and the Texans are going to take possession as they get it at the 42-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line set to get going. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. The drive will start with an option going left. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Pierce. And down to the 36-yard line here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Pierce will try to pick it up. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
From the red zone now, Goff. Montgomery, another target and catch. And the Lions are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. From the gun, here's Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, this defense for the Lions, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
From the gun on 3rd down. Ford. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
On 1st and 10. Ford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Badgley on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Ford. Wide open receiver complete.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Ford.
That's complete to Pierce. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20.
Touchdown, Texans.
Dameon Pierce.
63 yards.
And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And Dameon Pierce capped things off with a touchdown grab. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So here come the Lions now.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Goff going to keep it himself, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jared Goff scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Ford. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now a throw here to his running back. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
From the gun on 3rd down. Ford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On second down, here's the option.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. They'll try the air now with Goff.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now a first down throw. Gone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run.
So, all right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line. Now Goff.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Caught here by Griffin.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas.
Montgomery back to the ground. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 36. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. The Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barton. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll run with Montgomery, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Quick toss by Goff is complete. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown
from 3 yards out.
And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Badgley on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the 2nd half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
Fights forward for only about a yard after the 21.
Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
Back now in Houston. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Montgomery on the counter.
A tackle made by Thomas Booker.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just got to give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in. I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Play action. It's gone. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess? He didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Badgley's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Ford to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble. Touchdown. Huge play by the defense. Not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how defense rallies when there's a fumble return and really tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And now out comes Houston.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. A run for Pierce out of the gun.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Looking to throw on second down. Ford
Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down.
To Pierce, they set up the screen.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on third down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Julian Okwara.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Ford. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they